Cioran had always been an insomniac. He often found the wee hours of night more unnerving than comforting, giving room to his thoughts to dance like shadows on his wall. Trapped in a cycle of restless nights and equally restless days, he questioned the very essence of human existence. One cannot perpetually stare into the abyss and not expect it to stare back. Tonight, however, the abyss was different. It wavered like a distorted mirror, echoing his thoughts not as reflections, but as whispers, voices that seemed to creep from the corners of his dilapidated apartment. The night was beyond the reach of silence. It buzzed with a low hum, weaving resonance into Cioran's contemplation. What was the purpose of crying when no one heard? Or speaking truths no one cared to know? These thoughts bled through him in waves of existential dread, but also something more sinister, an awakening of sorts. In the fragility of human realization, he felt the pull of the absurd, promising liberation through the extraordinary. Cioran was a man who lived among books like they were his only friends, reading humanity's greatest minds and drowning in morose philosophies. As he turned a brittle page of his ragged tome, a grotesque vision unveiled itself, humans relegated to their roles in society as marionettes tied to invisible strings. He slammed the book shut and rubbed his eyes. Exhaustion was misleading him, or perhaps exposing truths too dire to face in daylight. The apartment suddenly felt alive, breathing, groaning under the weight of unspeakable secrets. He could hear faint footsteps and strained whispers from neighbors he had never met. The walls began closing in as if rejecting the very idea of human habitation. He stumbled into the narrow hallway that looked warped and far longer than he knew it to be. Each step he took echoed as if the darkness itself was mimicking his movements. The building's layout seemed to twist, spiraling downward into oblivion. A frantic knock startled him, shaking the door on its hinges. Had he conjured up a specter or summoned a creature from the depths of his philosophical musings? When he gingerly opened the door, he was met with empty air. The corridor outside lay barren, yet crawling with an eerie presence, an oppressive emptiness, devouring. As the clock struck midnight, Cioran felt the walls around him throb like a heartbeat, synchronizing with his own terrified pulse. The absurdity of existence crystallized into a single fleeting understanding. Humanity's desperate search for meaning was its own self-inflicted curse. And Cioran, the insomniac philosopher, standing mid-pass in the forsaken hallway, realized that here, within these haunted confines, he saw life's true face, an eternal labyrinth with no exit.